Take your best shot. Okay. Oh, crap, we're live. Nah, I'm just messing. What's going on, everybody? BrettMan here from Good Real Hunting, and tonight I will be hosting a live Q&A session. Just in case if you don't know what that is, even though it's the Q&A, it's all pretty much you need to know, but just in case, tonight is going to be your all's opportunity in the chat to ask your questions, because tonight I, Bert, have the answers, or I'll do the best I can to provide the answers to you. And the reason for this particular stream tonight is because Brad, he ain't here. Where the hell is he? I have no freaking idea. Your guess is better than mine. So if you could find Brad, just let him know that he has to do Good Real Hunting with me, and I kind of need him for the Real Horror Awards coming up on February the 10th. So if you see him, please come home, Brad. Come home. But no, guys, he is on vacation, so he's doing all good. He's having a great time. He and his wife are, and that he's just, hugging sloths in a different part of the world. Like, what more can you want out of a vacation than hugging a sloth? Pretty much my spirit animal. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do some promoting real quick, and we're also going to recognize our real hunters, and then we'll get to some Q&As, and we'll go ahead and start the fun. So, and of course, I'm going to say hello, everyone, to the chat here in a minute. So, first off, the Real Horror Awards 2024. This is the biggest award show in the YouTube universe for the horror genre, since the freaking actual Hollywood doesn't want to actually give horror movies their due. You know what? What better people than me and Brad to do it, and along with the amazing horror community that we have. So this is the Real Horror Awards, where we celebrate the best of horror movies from the year of 2023. And this is going to be a live stream on February the 10th at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Like, we're just like 9 days away, and I am getting closer and closer to being done with all the edits. And I really feel like you're going to enjoy what you're going to see out of this award show. Definitely going to be better than last year's award show. And let's go ahead and thank our real hunters. These are our Patreons. They are the official backbone of this channel. So when I'm going solo dolo, I won't really be solo dolo. I'll have a great group of people that's helping provide for the channel. We cannot do this journey without them. So thank you so much for the real hunters of the Patreon side of things. And if you all want to be a Patreon, the Patreon link is in the description down below. Click the link, select any tier to your heart's desire, so you all can be real hunters today. And just in case if you don't want to be a Patreon, YouTube memberships is also available. Another way to be a real hunter on this channel, and the hottest ticket, because for as low as 99 cents, yes, I'm looking at you right now, you can be a real hunter and provide for this channel for as low as 99 cents and get access to cool badges, use awesome emojis, and much, much more. The link's also in the description for this, so you all can be real hunters today. And Brad usually says this spiel, so I'm going to do it. If you don't want to do any of those things, if you just want to, like our videos, share our videos, retweet or repost anything that we post, and of course, comment. All of those help with the evil algorithm for us to defeat that algorithm, so we can make this channel the best that it can be. Just any kind of way you can support our channel. Me and Brad are 110%. So it's kind of hard to explain, just because you have no idea how much gratitude we have towards everyone that supports our channel, and we do appreciate you. So without further ado, let me go ahead and say hello to the chat. Wow, you guys are talking away. So let's see here. We got Chester. What's going on there, Chester? We got Rosie, my dear. Rosie, my dear, here is your rose. The rose of the roses of the YouTube game only belongs to Rosie. So, Rose, there you go. So let's see here. Who else we got here? We got Lamantra. What's going on, my friend? We got Yo Adrian. How you doing? Good Real Hunting. Don't know who those asshats are. Gaz, I'm just gonna call you Gaz. 1985. What's going on, man? Saying BrettMan loved the collab yesterday with Fachi and Andy. Yes. Me and Matt do watch until you drop over on Fachi Cinema on Fachi's channel. Is where we do a watch party, and Andy picked our movie to watch, so we brought him along to watch with us. So if you want to see the replay of that, go over to Matt Fachi's channel for Fachi Cinema. And while you're there, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's easy to do, helps a big way. We got Vanderhoff. What's going on, my friend? How are you doing? We got Raymond. What's going on, my friend? How are you doing? Zodiac Z. How are you doing, my friend? And Zodiac, today's today. I'm gonna have to do something because a couple of days ago, you called my Kansas City Chiefs the Kansas City Queefs just because you didn't want them to win. Well, they're going to the Super Bowl, and I've been waiting to do this ever since I announced this live show. Zodiac C, do you want to know what happens when you mess with my Kansas City Queefs? You want to know what happens?
You just made the list!
Watching you, Zodiac C. But I'm messing, man. Hopefully you're having a good day so far, and thank you so much for hanging out with us. And as I'm finishing giving everyone their shout-outs and their roses, even though Rose gets the one rose, but once I go over everybody in the chat, if you want to have your questions ready, I will do the best I can to star them and make sure all the questions get addressed to the best of my ability. So who else we got here? Y'all are just chatting away there. I love it. Gory Tiger, what's going on, my friend? How are you doing? Brother Fluff says, I am Chris Salisbury, and I approve this Q&A chat. Brother Fluff, I salute you. Hopefully you're doing well, my friend, and hopefully you are staying fluffy. Let's see here. I don't know who this guy is, so hopefully I don't fuck things up tonight. So Ashton, what is going on, my friend? How are you doing? So let's see here. So yeah, actually, that's an interesting question. So I'll be sure to answer that here. So, all right, better get ready to start some answers here. Okay, let's see here. All right, there we go. So let's see here. I'm still looking to see if there's anybody I miss, and plus, I'm also looking questions too. Oh, Brother Fluff, is that where Brad is? That bastard. He's going to be in a lot of trouble when he gets home. Mainly because he didn't bring me. But hopefully he's having a good time wherever he's at. Oh, man. So let's see here. Yeah, it's like, you get a car. You get a car. You get a car. So let's see here. Yeah, Zodiac C, hopefully you got it, man. I just got to that comment, man. Fachi Cinema, what's going on there, Matt Fachi? You sexy son of a bitch, you. Hopefully all is going well in your world right now. So who else we got here? We got Cody Snyder. What's going on, man? Saying, I will be joining Matt on the 7th of February for Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 watch party. Dude, that's exciting. Just to get Cody Snyder on a live stream versus him being in the chat. That's going to be so much fun. So, and I'm also happy for Cody Snyder too, because he's a good dude. Everybody's a good dude and dudette. Chris Snyder, what's going on, man? How are you doing, buddy? He had a great premiere video today on his Saw series that he's doing right now. So if you love Saw, go over to his channel and catch out on that series. It's good shit. So let's see here. Who else we got here? We got Melissa. What's going on there, Melissa? How are you doing? Chris Snyder, good question. Going to mark that down. We got Michael. What's going on there, Michael? Mac. Oh, yeah. Man, this is going so well right now. Michael, what's going on, man? How are you doing? Let's see here. Okay, just entertaining the chat. That's great. Aaron still sucks. I mean, she couldn't even get a franchise. Fuck you. But Chad, what's going on, my friend? And hopefully all is going well in the world. Let's see here. And that is all I see right now. So, guys, if you have any questions you want to ask me, and it doesn't have to be horror movie related. So, literally, we're just hanging out for, I would say, about maybe 50 minutes, or we'll see how the chat goes and your all's questions. Because I know there's shows that are beginning at 9 o'clock, and I want to respect those shows. But if we're just chatting away and asking good questions and getting good conversations, we'll go a little over 9 o'clock, but we'll just see how everything goes. Ooh, Raymond, I love questions like that. So I'm going to start that one. So let's see here. All right. So let's go ahead and go with question number 1. Wait a minute. Did I not highlight Zodiac's question? Zodiac, I got to go back and find your question here. So let's see here. And I might be the asshole if I just lost the question because I could have sworn I was start. Oh, there it is. Ha! Found it. Zodiac C with the first question of the night, bringing in the hard questions. Can you get an STD from a polar bear? I believe you can, but I cannot imagine how not fun that would be. That to me would be very, wait for it, unbearable. So so in my opinion, I guess you can if you just please the polar bear the right way. So let's see here. Snyder says, when will we watch The Hills Have Thighs? Chris Snyder, that is on the Good Real OnlyFans page that we plan on doing the Hills Have Thighs. Just kidding. There's no such thing. Or maybe if we get enough of a following, we could have that someday. You never know what goes on this channel. But I would say not on this regular channel, but maybe on the future OnlyFans page. So let's see here. Scrolling down more. See here. Let's see here. Okay, Gaz, I got your question here as well. But let's get Raymond's question here, saying you have to stay for 1 week by yourself. Do you choose the Overlook Hotel from The Shining, the Abaddon Hotel from Hell House LLC, or the cabin from Evil Dead? Honestly, this is a very tough question because I'll tell you immediately, the Hell House LLC, the Abaddon Hotel, easily eliminated. I just will not deal with that shit. Hell knows. Clowns, random placements, hell no. But the Overlook Hotel, I know that's probably the one Brad would select, just so he could get all that freaking free whiskey, man. Things running slow. But honestly, with me, it's going to be the cabin from Evil Dead, just because the cabin from the Evil Dead is actually located like a good hour 15 away from where I live currently. So when I need to get out of the cabin, when shit goes south from Evil Dead, or if I have a real emergency, I know somebody is at least an hour out that can help me out. So to answer your question, Raymond, I would say the cabin from Evil Dead will be my personal answer. All right, let's see here. Looking into chat to see if there's any more questions to start. Let's see here. And Chester, thank you so much, man. I'm not going to go sports relate heavy with this, just because, again, even though we're just casually hanging out, but apparently a lot of people did not like my sports talk on Foshi's channel last night. So I'm going to put it reduced to a minimum as much as I can, because I could literally go an hour talking about sports, especially my Chiefs making the Super Bowl. So, dude, I'm so excited. We got a tough game ahead of us, but man, we just need one more game just to bring out our best, and we'll give it our best shot against this very good San Francisco 49ers football team. Brother Fluff says, Chad has a journal. It says Guinness Book of World Records on the cover. Dude, Brother Fluff, let me know. What do you think? If you have to look in the Guinness Book of World Records for Chad, what category or what record do you think Chad would have? Brother Fluff, I need a good answer from you. Yo, Adrian, how you doing again, man? We're just hanging out, having a good time, you know. So let's see here. All right, Ashton with a question. Let's see here. Okay, gonna put Michael's question in. I like that question. Melissa, good question. Jesus, custom footwear. What's going on, man? Hopefully all is good. I saw you in the Slaughter Lamb chat earlier. So again, hopefully all is well and business is booming. Let's see here. All right. All right, let's go with Gaz's question here. What are your top 5 movies you are most excited for the year of 2024? Gaz, just to let you know, me and Brad actually did a top 10 video on this. So if you want to take a gander on that particular video, not only will it give you our top 5 movies that we're pretty much most anticipated for the year of 2024, but we are also give you 5 more that added on to it. So we got a video cover for you on that. If you want to go check out the latest pre-recorded content we release, so you can check that out. Ashton says, who could you survive, Pinhead or Freddy Krueger? See, that's a tough one because Pinhead, that's more like into the real life, while Freddy Krueger is more in the dream world. And I feel like if I'm in the dream world, I could at least be a dream warrior and I could think of some cool badass shit like badass weapons, a badass environment that I could take down Freddy Krueger. That freaking burn-headed bitch. Yeah, you hear me, Freddy Krueger. I could take you on in the dream world. So to answer your question, I'd probably say I will live longer in the dream world than I would with Pinhead in the real world. Alrighty, let's see here. Let me check the comments here again just to make sure I don't miss any other questions. Ooh, custom footwear. Brad will be very proud of that question. I will get to that here in a minute. Brooke, what's going on there, Brooke? How are you doing? Hopefully all is well. Snyder, I got your question there. Let's see here. Chester, good question. All right, let's see here. All right, see here. Michael, saw your guys' top 10 horror movies of 2024 with the anticipated list. That Goss I was telling you about. So the video is out there for you, my friend. But Michael says, but I noticed you didn't put Salem Slot on either of the lists. Are you excited? Do you think it will get a release? Man, Michael, to be honest, this goes back and forth for me, mainly just because it's going back and forth whether it's going to release or not. The last time I checked, it's supposed to get a online release, meaning I believe Max is the one that picked him up. So I believe Max is going to be the one that releases Salem Slot later on this year. That's the last I heard. But would I be surprised if it does not release this year or ever release ever? It wouldn't surprise me, but I still need to see the original. And if I do know for a fact this is going to come out this year, I will go watch the original, and then I'll easily watch the one that comes out this year. All right, let's see here. Let me go back to the chat real quick just to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Let's see here. Raymond, I got your next question, but I'm going to make sure that everybody gets a question in before I take round 2 of questions or so on. So, Thomas, what's going on, my friend? And I got your question here, so I will be answering that here in a few. But first, let me get a quick swig of my drink real quick. I've been talking for a good bit. There we go. Delicious. Melissa says, who woo? No, I'm just kidding. I know what she means. Who do you think will win the battle, Michael or Jason? Okay. I really wish Braden was here for this particular question, because I always joke with him all the time. I easily think Jason takes Michael. I know if it was Jason zombie form, absolutely no contest. But if it was like living Jason, like 1 through 4 versus Michael, it would be a little bit more of a competitive matchup. But I still give it to the brute strength of Jason Voorhees, because Michael's just doing shit just to do shit. Jason is doing it for mother, and there's no stronger reason to do anything than a mother's love. So my boy Jason wins this particular matchup, in my opinion. Let's see here. Custom footwear. B-Man, are you watching True Detective? Unfortunately, I am not. But Brad and our buddy Chris, who is a part of our Good Real Hunting team as well, they are watching True Detective, and they're trying to get my sorry ass to watch it, to get away from Hell's Kitchen and to watch True Detective. And I do have it on my list. But unfortunately, this is probably not going to happen until like maybe the beginning of April, because right after the Real Horror Awards, after that whole season is done and back in the review mirror as we advance forward to the amazing year that is 2024 content, me and Brad will be immediately working on our Real March Madness tournament of 2024, our third Real March Madness tournament, and this could be the most explosive tournament we've ever done on the channel, if that's a little hint for you. But to answer your question, I am not, but I do plan on watching it. Wow, 24 people in the. I gotta see what y'all are talking about here. So let's see here. Shoot, Garrett from Born to Be Rad. What's going on, man? If you would believe it or not, I think he's the best technical wrestler of all time. So I love anytime someone calls me Brett the Hitman, I always wear that badge of honor, man. So Garrett, what's going on, my friend? Hopefully all is going well in your world, my friend. Let's see here. All right. Just making sure I don't miss any questions here. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to click on that. All right. So, okay. No other questions have appeared. So we will roll on. Chris Snyder is saying, do you think Scream 7 will still happen in the near future? Or will they end up putting it on hold until they can get their ducks in a row? Or what I've been saying, get their fucks in a row. Either way, it's coming. Yeah, I agree, Chris. Either way, it is going to show up on the big screen no matter what. But I do hope they do get their fucks in a row before they just like try to quickly rush to do it. And plus, with all the controversies that is involving around the Scream world right now, with everything with Melissa Barrera and Nev Campbell, like with Nev Campbell leading into Scream 6 and now Melissa Barrera heading into Scream 7, I feel like this is a good time for Scream to take a little bit of a back seat. I would say about what, guys? 2 years? I'm thinking 2 years. Just take a back seat, clear all this mess up. Let's get a clear story. Let's get a clear cast on a clean slate. Definitely not with spyglasses. So if anybody can pick it up, the Scream movie, without it being on spyglass, that would be awesome. Because spyglass pretty much just taught us the lesson of how to fuck up a good situation. So I definitely think I agree with you, Chris, that Scream 7 is happening in the future. I think it's just release in 2 years' time. Let's just take our time. Let's just put Scream 7 in a batter of a marinade here. You know how you do your steak, put it in a little marinade, let it marinate all the juices and the flavors. The longer you marinate it, the better tasting it's going to be. So that's why I feel like Scream 7 needs to do. Chester, if you could visit... Oh, actually, okay, no, sorry, it's Raymond who Chester. So, if you could visit any location that was in Halloween 1978 or Halloween 2 from 1981, if I could visit any location, That's the easiest question, and that is easily the original Michael Myers house. I see a lot of people go to the Myers house that's in California, and I would love nothing more to make a trip out west to go see the Michael Myers house. It's just the experience. It's just to breathe in what happened there that many years ago with history in the making that busts down the door of the horror genre with that one particular house and that one particular scene with Dr. Loomis. All right. And Thomas will get your question here. Did you see the Beetlejuice 2 poster? Yes, but it's actually called Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. And I'm trying to be careful not to say it 3 times, because if you say it 3 times, we're all pretty much fucked. And 2024 is already off to a rocky start already. So I cannot bring that madman into this world. Or we'll bring him into this world on September the 6th. I believe that is the release date that they put on the poster for November the 6th. And I am looking forward to it just because Jenna Ortega, I know she's going to rock her role in that movie. And of course, the Keats, man, it's always great to see the Keats. Oh, and Brother Flood, let's get your question here. What movie impressed you way more than you thought it would? Oh, man. Dude, hitting the hard question here. Put me on the spot like that, because a question like this usually takes me a good day to think about it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably my first gut reaction right now to this question, Brother Flev. I believe it is X, just because of the fact I just thought X is just going to be just like a traditional standard slasher movie, and it was just going to be fun. It was a lot of fun, but it impressed me way more than I thought that I was going to get. It threw a lot of unexpected turns at me, especially seeing old lady Pearl freaking naked. And just a lot of naked in this movie, but you know what? A lot of great cinematography, a lot of great kills. So this is like if there is a way to describe X, I would say it's sort of like a modernized version of Leatherface, but just without the crazy chainsaws and wearing faces. But it kind of gives off that vibe there. So if I'm going to have to go with an answer, I would say X. All right. Damn, I got to go through 44 comments here. So this is going to be a lot of fun. So let's see here. All right, there we go. All right. I'm just looking away. And if I don't get to your all's comments for some of the answers I got, my apologies. To kind of assume doing a one-man show, trying to control everything, it's a lot of hard work. So it's kind of hard. Like Brad will usually look for the questions and look in the chat while I do a lot of the other stuff. So I appreciate your all's patience, and hopefully you all are having a great conversation in the chat. Destiny, what's going on? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well, and hopefully you're having a good first week back, and nothing's gone too crazy for you. Because at my work, I am ready to, as Wayne Brady says, I am ready to choke a bitch. So, so you know. But Destiny, hopefully all is well. Let's see here. And of course, guys, again, if you have questions, put them in the chat and I'll star them, and I will be sure to do my best to get to them. All right, let's see here. Ooh, Melissa, I know it's not a question, but I definitely want to get to that because that's badass. Let's see here. All right, Raymond, let's go to your question here. We're going to round 2 with Raymond. Who wins in the fight? Aaron, Grace, Sydney, or Nancy? Okay, we're going to make this fun. I'm going to do this in the order of operation of who dies first to who wins the fight and survives last. So let's see here. Grace gets eliminated first, just because, yeah, she makes a lot of dumb decisions, but she is just a badass while doing it, like freaking wedding dress with the gun that doesn't work, but she does what she needs to do to survive. But I feel like compared to all the other ladies you see here, I think she has the least experience. So Grace, slice and dice, you're eliminated. So it's between Aaron, Sydney, and Nancy. Nancy will definitely be the next one to go just because, yeah, congratulations. You read a book about booby traps and it worked for you against Freddie. But against these other smart and intelligent final girls, they just go based off instincts, and you need that instincts versus just reading a book. So, Nancy, I'm sorry, my dear. You won't be my girlfriend, Nancy. Ah. So Nancy is eliminated. So it's now between, you guessed it, Sydney and Aaron. And both badass final girls, they both are willing to do what it takes to survive. But if anybody is prepared for a situation to survive, it's easily Aaron. So I will take Aaron over Sydney. Aaron wins the fight out of all these ladies. See here, and I wanted to address this with Melissa. She's saying that lately I've been watching a lot of fan films of Friday, Scream, and Halloween, and that is badass because I know all those directors on those fan films would appreciate your support just by watching their projects, especially if you're interested, Melissa, or if you know, Braden Timmons is currently working on a Halloween fan film, like a sequel to his other Halloween fan film of the Haddonfield Nightmare. That's the one they worked on a couple of years ago, but the one he is working on right now is called The Last Nightmare Part 1. It is obvious, as you see, or as you hear, part 1. So there is going to be a part 2, but to get a part 2 and to finish off this part 1, he is going to need our support. And I know he's going to do one more Indiegogo campaign for the Last Nightmare Part 1 that will come out tomorrow. So go be sure to help out Braden and his team so we can be sure we can get that project to be the absolute best that it can be. And also, chat, let Melissa know, too, some of your favorite fan films so she could be sure to watch all of them, too. Because there's so many out there. All right, let's see here. There we go. Let's see. Ooh, Destiny, great question. So, going to highlight there for a minute. Now, hold on. Fuck Chad. I thought, well, actually, I can't be your best friend, but I thought I was one of them. Like, why does Chad get all the love? Dadgummit, Chad, you bastard. Brooke, good question. I got you star there. Let's see here. And I bet Chad will love my answer for Aaron. So, let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Sorry, Thomas, I got you right there. Let's see here. Just highlighting questions in a moment. We will go back into talking. Okay, Blu-ray Addict, what's going on, my friend? How are you doing? I got your question ready to rock when it's time. All right, there's that one. Let's see here. And yes, as much as I hate on Chad, just know it's all for good and fun. Chad is one of my best friends, so that's why I give him a lot of crap, because you're supposed to give a lot of crap to your best friends. So Chad is definitely one of them. Yeah, and that does explain a lot of crap that he does give Des to, so that's funny. So all right, Destiny, your question is dream vacation spots. Let me think about that for a minute, because originally, for a long time, I always wanted to go see the pyramids of Egypt. But with how everything is into our world, I will say absolutely not. Will not go to Egypt. But for a dream vacation spot, man, that's tough. I would probably say, just the top of my head, Key West would be a good destination. Cancun, or just somewhere like south, like going towards like south, like maybe like taking a cruise, like, stealing a page out of yours and Braden's playbook. I would like to do that, just somewhere where I could just see the beautiful ocean and just, just relax, like just all sunlight, no like dark clouds or anything like that. So just the top of my head there, it's that. Another vacation spot I'll just throw out there. Pretty much I am doing in October is I'm going to Orlando. And I know it's not a dream vacation spot, but it's what I'm going to be doing there with Spooky Empire Convention and doing Halloween Horror Nights for my first ever Halloween Horror Nights down in Orlando. So in a way, that's kind of a dream vacation spot for me to experience all of that for the very first time with some of the best friends that I could ever have too. So that is just a bonus vacation spot for me. Brooks says, when do you think they will release a trailer for Maxine? Well, the other day on X, I kind of noticed like a little like tease saying that something was releasing at midnight. Unfortunately, nothing even came from it. So I'll be honest, Brooke, I don't know when this trailer is going to release, but I need this trailer to be released because I want to know what kind of greatness we're going to get out of this movie. Like, I got to know, NE24. Bring us the goods. Bring us Maxine trailer, please. All right, let's see here. Blu-ray, Thomas, I got a question from you, so let me get Blu-ray Addict, and then I will go to one of your questions here. Blu-ray Addict says, watch any good movies or TV shows lately? I'm actually taking a break from movie watching at the moment just because I know I'm going to have to get ready for the real March Madness, like I explained earlier. Getting all those movies watched in time for that tournament at the end of March. So right now, actually, I am just rewatching all of the Hell's Kitchens. I am currently on season 19, and I need to catch up with the latest season that they're on right now, which I believe it is season 24. And then after that, I made a promise to start Hell's Kitchen. I am watching Hell's Kitchen. Kitchen Nightmares. That's it. That is my next promise. Is to watch some of the newer Kitchen Nightmare episodes since they have re-released that show, and that's I'm kind of like in a cooking kink right now. But once it's time to get ready for that real March Madness, then the movie watching can really begin. All right. And sorry, Thomas, I promise I'll get you another question, but I got a $2 super chat from my boy Courtney Reed. So thank you so much, Courtney Reed. He says Ordinary Angels is getting an Oscar. Let me know, Courtney Reed, what is Originary Angels? I don't think I've ever heard that before, but I do appreciate the $2 super chat. So let me get you a video clip here. What can I use? Let's do this one.
Green makes you look sexy, baby.
Green, yeah, it suits you, man. It really suits you. It's like the color of money.
Yeah, so sorry, I was taking that time to blow my nose. So Courtney Reed, thank you so much for the super chat. And let me get back to the comments here and see if there's any other questions that I need to highlight here. And if anybody else just joined us in the chat too. So, all right, let's see here. Yeah, that actually, let's make that the hashtag for tonight. Hashtag fuck Chad. So let's get that going. All right, let's see here. Denise, what's going on there, Denise? Hopefully all is going well in your world, and thank you so much for hanging out with us. So if you have a question, please let us know. Or actually, yeah, let them know, obviously, but yeah, let me know too so I can highlight that question for you. Now, Rosie, actually, that is a good question, and so let's see. Brett going to Midsommar. Yeah, first off, I would love to go to Midsommar, not for necessarily the activity, but for the sightseeing and just to see just kind of like that whole village and just the sunlight and everything. Because I bet you it would be awesome to look at, but definitely not a place you want to hang out for an entire week. I will guarantee you of that. Yes, definitely know you want to go to Salem because especially you say you want to go to Salem in October. I do remember a conversation we had about that. So hopefully you will get to go soon to Salem because I hear nothing but amazing things about it, especially in October. Let's see here. Da, da, da. All right. Just look at the comments, make sure I don't miss any. Blu-ray says Hell's Kitchen is awesome. So is MasterChef. Yes, but there's so much with MasterChef right now. So if I get on Never Cooking Kink again, I'm definitely going to make that for MasterChef. So that's why I'm currently not watching them right now. All right. Let's see here. And Kyle, what's going on, man? From Flet's Movies and Pop Culture 13. Kyle, my friend, how are you doing? Hopefully all is well in the world and everything is going great. Zodiac, did I say botch? Man, I would not be surprised knowing me. So I botch freaking everything I would even attempt to say. Let's see here. And Destiny burnt herself out on watching movies last month. Uh-oh. So Destiny, does that mean you're going to be watching TV shows? Or what does that mean? What is next for Destiny in the world of watching what? Because, yeah, you did a lot of work for January. So curious, does that mean more TV shows? Or are you going to read books? Or what does that entail? All right, let's see here. Ooh, good question, Courtney Reed. I'm going to add that there. Let's see here. Even though it's not a good question for Brad, but it's still a good question. There's a killer right here. Mail from My Killer Podcast. What is going on? You got a question here. If you could turn any horror movie into an ice cream, what movie and what flavor? If I could turn any horror movie into an ice cream, and what flavor would it be? Hmm. Oh, I don't know why. This freaking popped in my head, and I think this would be absolutely delicious. I call this ice cream flavor the Suspiria ice cream, where it's just kind of like a mix of vanilla bean and with some mango cherries. And the cherries, when you stab the ice cream in the cherry will pop, and all the juices of the cherry will flow, kind of like that gelato blood. Oh, that's the other thing too. You can even do a Suspiria gelato flavor too, because gelato film, gelato flavors. So that would be my answer. It's a Suspiria ice cream flavor that would consist of vanilla bean, because that is my favorite vanilla flavor, and mango cherries, which is my favorite cherry flavor. And Bale, hopefully all is going well. Ooh, Blu-ray. I like that one. So let's see here. I just want to make sure I'm missing any questions. Courtney Reed with another question. Let's get that. And great pick. Thank you. That just popped in the middle of my head just very quickly. So let's see here. All right, I got some questions started here. So Atanis, I promise you a question. So here we go. I would rank the movies like. Oh, sorry. Okay. So I could turn this into a question. He says I would rank the movies like remake, prequel, original. So I think the question he's asking, if you could rank these particular kind of like movie watches, how would you do it? Would you like to rank the original movies, the remakes, or prequels, like just kind of like a movies like to watch? For me, I'm always an original guy. So the original will always be king, and it will always be first, because the original, fresh ideas, is very hard to beat the original. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it's very difficult. But the next one I would do is remakes, because if a remake is done right, it can be better than the original. And plus, remakes are just to see how another director or whole another studio tackles the challenge of either copying the original like word to word, or even just making it their own for a remake. It's always interesting to see that kind of development into a remake. And then lastly is prequel. Not that I don't like prequels, it's just with me, prequels most of the time they're not necessary. Sometimes they are, kind of like an example, Pearl. That was a necessity of a prequel idea that we need in that particular trilogy in the X world that's going on. But for most cases, we do not need a prequel. So that is why it's going to be last. So it is going to go original number 1, remake 2, prequel 3. All right, let's see here. Let's get Blu-ray Addict's question. Did you see Brad Pitt might be starring in Tarantino's last movie, The Movie Critic? I did saw that news. My buddy Chris, Goodreal Chris, we'll call him, sent me that particular announcement. And just to easily answer this question, sign me the hell up, because I think that is going to be awesome. Brad Pitt as a freaking movie critic and attack. Hopefully they make fun of the movie critics, just because I feel like they need a good lashing of comedy. All right, Courtney Reed, let's get this question in. Who is Brad's NFL team? He'll probably deny it right now, but it is the Atlanta Falcons. For the longest time, I always see him be an Atlanta Falcons fan. They are not doing what we call a good stretch right now, but maybe with the new hiring of their coach, they could turn that organization around, and I really hope they do. So Brad's team, at least to my knowledge, is the Falcons, but you never know Brad. He could switch to another team. All right, before I get to more of those questions, yeah, Atanis, I will get you there just a minute, buddy. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Ooh, yeah, see, you know what? Adrian would eat some of that Suspiria ice cream, man. So, like, I'm telling you, man, let's make that a thing. Freaking Suspiria ice cream. Oh, you were ranking the Wonka movie. So, Thomas, I apologize for that. So you said a prequel, the original, and the remake. So that's an easy. Well, here's why it's easy, because I have not seen the newer movie yet, so that is the prequel. So honestly, in a way, it kind of just like I kind of already answered the question, but I'll do it again. The original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, number 1, the remake, number 2, and then the prequel, number 3, mainly just because I have not seen it yet. But I bet you if I did, it could be my number 2. But it's hard to answer that without me knowing. All right, so yes, Denise, we did cover this already, but I want to cover it while you're in here as well, so we make sure we don't. Ow, thank gummit, hit my elbow there. But Beetlejuice 2, they just dropped the release date. Yes, that is going to be for September the 6th, and I am so ready to see Beetlejuice. Nah, I'm not going to say it a third time, because again, the world's going for a rough time right now, and I do not want to bring that madman into this world. But Denise, I am so ready for Beetlejuice 2. And Jamie, what's going on there, Jamie? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well. And I know I always see on your channel you're doing awesome work. I'm trying to get other horror YouTubers their names out there and get them the recognition with a horror YouTuber of the month thing that you do. That is awesome, and I really respect you for doing that. Just to get those. Not those like those YouTube channels that don't get a lot of spotlight on them, and we can put some spotlight on them, because again, we're all one big happy family, and we all want success for each other. So again, Jamie, I salute you, and thank you for doing that, because I know it means a lot to a lot of horror YouTube channels out there. All right. What other questions do we have here? I did that one. Let's do this one. Zodiac, you haven't asked the question in a while. Pennywise versus Freddy Krueger. And see, this is what's difficult about this, is because of the fact that is Freddy fighting Pennywise in the regular world or in the dream world? See, that always makes a difference, because if we take Freddy and his opponents into the dream world, a good amount of times I'm going to pick Freddy Krueger. But if it's in the outside world, it all truly depends. And so probably with that state of mind, you all would think I would say Pennywise, but I would still pick Freddy Krueger in the regular world that beats Pennywise, because Freddy I would think that he would not be afraid of Pennywise in his freaking mind games. So give me Freddy Krueger over Pennywise. All right, Atanis, your next question is, will you watch My Bloody Valentine this month? If I have the time, I absolutely will. But I'll ask you guys in the chat, are you fans of the original or are you fans of the remake? Because the remake was a lot of fun, but that original was so good. So, like, it's hard to go against the original. So, Atanis, I will do the best I can to watch it. But things are really, really busy for me right now. And Courtney Reed, your other question here is, Brett, how do you feel about the mysterious deaths PF the Kansas City friends after the Chiefs game? If it's too sensitive, my apologies. No, man, not at all. It's just, that's just an unfortunate situation. Guys, if you haven't really heard this story, a group of friends was watching a football game of the Kansas City Chiefs, and then, like, just all of a sudden, like, this one guy killed all of his friends, and one of the wives of the friends that the guy killed was getting concerned that his husband didn't come home, so she went over to the guy's house, actually broke into the house and looked into the backyard, seeing all the dead bodies. And it's a disturbing story. And I just know from a Kansas City, like me being a Kansas City fan, we do not want to be represented that way because of that one guy's actions. So he is definitely, I bet you he's definitely no longer part of Chiefs Kingdom, and he should answer for his crimes. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. I'm just making sure I don't miss any of her questions. Ooh, Chester, love that question. All right, let's see here. Raymond, you're subscribed to her channel, but you have not watched any of her videos. I highly suggest you do that because Jamie is a very good content creator, and you absolutely should. Sorry, I was just Raymond. I definitely, yeah, I'm picking that question most definitely. Let's see here. No, and you know what, man? I am 110% agreement on that. Jackson Mahomes definitely needs to answer for his crimes too, the little shit. Excuse my French, but literally, he is legit a little shit. Let's see here. Chester. Actually, BRB real quick. I need to blow my nose. For some reason, I'm getting congested right now, right here. And I don't want y'all to see or hear that. So I'm just taking a little BRB real quick. All right, I'm back, so I apologize for that. It would be great for me to get congested right now, right before the Real Horror Awards is coming near. That would be absolutely terrific. Yay. Thank you, sick people of the world. Chester, so let's go to your question now, my friend. Brett, if you could remake a movie that happened, what would it be and why? Ooh. All right, and Chester, just to kind of have a clear understanding of this question, if you could remake a movie that happened, what would it be and why? Are we talking about just like a regular event? Like like this is just for example, I told that Kansas City Chiefs story. Are you talking about if I can make that into a movie? Is that kind of like what you're getting at with your question? Please let me know because I want to answer this question the right way. So I'm still going to keep this into my starred area and go revisit your question once I get more context about that question. Raymond says, have you seen Pontypool? I saw it last weekend. It's great. I'll be honest with you, Raymond. I have absolutely no idea what that movie is. I haven't seen I haven't seen anything about this movie. And you said it's great, so I am going to have to look this up on Letterboxd and read up on about it just to see if it's something that intrigues me to go see. But I am glad that you liked it. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. To be fair, I need to do more content. I've been slacking. It's been a little tired lately. And you know what, Jamie? That is absolutely fair. Because and I commend you for that too as well. Once you get the good feeling, or not a good feeling, but once you get the feeling of kind of getting burnout, you need to take care of it before it gets worse versus trying to force things. Because when you try to force content, it doesn't. Hey, there we go. My StreamYard agrees with me. But yes, so I actually commend you for it. It's just with me, it's not really burnout for me. Sometimes I can get burnout, but you know what really cures it for me? Everyone in the chat, because at one point we had 20 people watching just to watch me freaking make a fool out of myself. You guys are the reason I always overcome the burnout, and I always want to bring the best content to you guys. So that is so I just love you guys in the chat so much. But Jamie, honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. Definitely it's good to take breaks. If and once you get those breaks and get refreshing up, go knock out that content. And when you're ready to do that, we will all be here for you. Let's see here. All right. Rosie, I think you were answering. Oh, okay. Okay. We're on the same page now. Rosie, because Chester asked this question first, I'm going to highlight his, but I'm going to give you partially credit to what movie would you remake, because you said Chester took it. Okay. And Chester again clearing it up. So any recent movie that came out between the 2010s or the 2000s. This is so tough. Oh my gosh, why are you hitting me with the hard questions? Basically, again, this is like me. I like needing an entire day to think of something. So whatever movie that pops in my head first, that's probably the one I'm going to go with. So let me think on that for a minute. God, put me on the spot like that. What are y'all thinking? Damn. Again, this is such a hard question, especially with the 2010s and 2000s. Here, actually, let's go with my handy dandy letterbox here. I'm going to cheat for a little bit. Let's see here. Surely, like if I look at the list on Letterboxd, it's just going to pop to me like very instantly. Holy shit! Sorry. I'm seeing like two people already went to see the movie Argyle that already came out. Yay, party! That already came out, and I've already seen two people give the new Argyle movie 1 star out of 5. That's crazy to me, and that freaking concerns me about when I go see it tomorrow. All right, but back to the task at hand. Let's see here. No, don't want to go to services. I want to go to release dates. Let's go to 2000. Well, actually, the 2000s is all about the remake, so let's go to the 2010s. Just look. I'm just looking here, guys. No dice on that. So let me go to the year of the 2000s. Ooh. You know what? I don't think this is a great answer, but it's probably a good answer, like just for me personally. For some reason, I would like to see a Donnie Darko remake, and that's nothing wrong with the original. I really like Donnie Darko, but I feel like it would be cool if like A24 did a remake of that movie, because I think A24 and Donnie Darko would be a great combination. So now to answer that question, Chester, I would go with Donnie Darko. All right, let's see here. Zodiac, I got your question here. Let me do some work here. All right. Let's see. Oh, Rosie, that is a good question. Good question. Let's see here. You know what? That I'm answering this question immediately because this is the $1,000,000 question. What's the secret, Brett? How do you make those balloons happen? Jamie, the only thing the honest real answer I can do for you is if I do this a good amount of times, the balloons will. Holy shit! Like that. Okay, see, that is accidentally discovering something new. That was confetti. I've never done the confetti one before, so now I know how to fuck with or mess with Brad when he comes back from vacation. So let's see here. I know thumbs up does the. There we go. I know it does that. Let's try regular deuces. Okay, that's it. Regular deuces, the peace sign. That is how I do the balloons. And I don't know why that feature is on here, but honestly, it's cool as shit. So, ooh, Clockwork Orange remake, zombie, a Rob Zombie directed. What? That would be very, very interesting. And a YouTube thing, it could be a YouTube thing, but I am running everything through StreamYard, so I want to be a betting man and say that is a YouTube thing. And guys, I just realized I am at the hour mark, and I know other shows are about to get underway. So let me answer these two questions, and then I feel like we're at a point now where we can start wrapping thing up in a nice little bow. And plus, I need to get back to some more work with the Real Horror Awards, too. All right. Blu-ray Addict, your question is going to be the last question. That is the cutoff line. So let me get to these questions real quick. Zodiac C, are you excited for The Conjuring Last Rites? I'm going to be honest, Zodiac C, after the last Conjuring movie, I am absolutely not excited for this. The only way you could turn my excitement around with this movie is if James Wan comes back to direct it, but I don't see that happening. So I am not excited for this Conjuring, and it sucks because I am such a fan of the Conjuring series. Just because it's like a guilty pleasure at this point because it's mostly bad than good. But the earlier Conjuring stuff, the best, especially Conjuring 1 and 2, especially the first one, because it's my favorite horror movie of all time. And the one that means the most to me. Rosie says, what was the last movie that was so bad you couldn't watch it? And I'm going to get. Actually, I'm saving this question for last because I have a good idea. I'm going to be pissing some people off. So, Rosie, I'm coming back to your question with that one because that's more like I'm probably going to piss some people off. Blu-ray says, what's your favorite animated series? Oh, man. Because old school me would say Dragon Ball Z because freaking Goku, Super Saiyans, everybody wants to be a Super Saiyan when they were little. That would be my childhood answer. But honestly, my real answer is Naruto. Just because mainly for that with whole ninjas and everything and jutsus, ninjutsus, genjutsus, like all that is just so cool. But the main great thing about the Naruto series and along with Naruto Shippuden is that the storytelling and the characters absolutely cinema level great. So if I could suggest an animated series to anybody, it's definitely Naruto and Naruto Shippuden for me. And Rosie, we'll end it with your question. What was the last movie that was so bad you couldn't finish it? You ready for this one? And don't hurt me, guys. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. And here is why. Just because, here's the deal. If you like that movie or love that movie, badass, I'm happy for you. And that means more for you too. But here's the thing with me. It is so far left field for me from the original. And I know if I could get my head out of that space of comparing the second to the original, I feel like I can enjoy the second movie. But I just can't because I want my Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies to be serious more than anything in the world. I want to be uncomfortable. I want to be gross. And I know it has this gross moments in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, especially the chili cook-off. But the thing with the movie is it's just too goofy for me to treat seriously. And it's just outputting to me. I tried this movie twice, and it always ends the same way. 30 minutes in, I turned it off. I couldn't take it anymore. So my unpopular answer is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. So let's see here. Rosie's saying scandalous. So let's see here. Ooh, Batman animated series. That's a great one. So let's see here. All right. And Raymond says he doesn't like either of the first two Texas Chain. Is that even including the original? Because that one would be very interesting to hear why you didn't like that one. Because I definitely think that's one of the big time horror movies of all time. It's absolutely terrific. Davey, since you came in last second, we'll get this question. Davey's saying, big time important question here. Pink or blue cotton candy? It's absolutely the pink cotton candy. It has the best flavor. It really, it kind of makes your tongue pink, but guess what? Our tongues are pink, so it kind of blends in nicely. The blue cotton candy, it will make your tongue freaking blue that you're doing inappropriate stuff with a Smurfette. So it's definitely the pink cotton candy for me. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here, and we'll wrap it up by doing one more promotional job for the Real Horror Awards. This comes out on February the 10th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, and I realized too that I didn't put my freaking banner, so I'll put my banner down here for a minute for you all to read that real quick. But yeah, the Real Horror Awards, this is the biggest horror awards show of the YouTube universe, the best one that you can freaking watch, because it is by fans for fans. The fans got the vote, they get to make the decisions, and I will be bringing on 25 presenters presenting 25 categories. So we're all going to have a great time. I'm drawing near to the end of my editing, many sleepless nights that I've been working from like 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. for like the past week. So I am running off of a lot of caffeine for me just to stay awake to edit on this show, because this show means a lot to me. So it would mean a lot to me if you could take time out of your day of February the 10th to come hang out with us and to support not only this award show and the hard work that goes into this, but also to represent and to support all the 25 different content creators that would be a part of this show as well. All right, let's see here. First off, let me get me back on screen real quick. Let me check the comic sections real quick. And yeah, I think we're good. And I think this bottom thing went a couple of times as I was talking. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here, and appreciate you all hanging out with me. You guys have asked amazing questions. You make this stream extremely easy, and I appreciate that. And for a show next Thursday, I do not know yet, just because Brad will be back from vacation. So I'm not sure if he just wants to take it easy when he gets back. Or so if we're going to do a show next Thursday, then the Real Horror Awards on that Saturday, and have 2 shows next week. So I'm not sure yet. So be sure to follow all of our socials. You see the socials right there, and it's in the description down below with the link tree. Select it, follow our socials so you can stay updated to what is coming up on Good Real Hunting. And guys, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. It is a pleasure for me to entertain you for an hour, 7 minutes and a half. Go enjoy the other streams that are currently on right now, and I will see you all hopefully next Thursday. If not, I will see you all at the Real Horror Awards.